So I see your questions. Do you just want to go through the questions? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah. So Ms. Karen Sard, LSTC, ITIC. So what type of degree is required for your position?
So there's not a requirement anymore. You have to be a teacher.
Right.
So just a teacher certification. And there used to be, you never really had to have a degree, but you had to take a test at the county and pass it. They don't have that anymore. Now it's an interview.
Interesting. I didn't know about the test part.
Yeah. We used to have to take a test.
So what are your job responsibilities?
We actually have new responsibilities. I don't know. Did you ever shadow Sherry that day?
I did. I went in with Sherry.
Did she show it to you, or did I not go over any of this?
We went over a lot of the social media aspects and helping teachers and students just like we do here in elementary school.
Okay. So I'm going to send you the job requirement.
Okay.
Does that help? Because they just changed our requirements.
Okay.
I'm going to have to find it. Let's see. But they actually now have it broken down to what we're supposed to do, even by percentage of time.
Wow.
So, for example, you said Sherry showed you social media.
Right.
That's only supposed to be 5% of her day.
Wow.
But Sherry has asked to do more PR than, she's not typical.
No.
Most schools have, the LSTC does it, but does not take up as much of your day.
Right.
Or they have a PR clerk that does it. Or they have students that do it through a class.
Interesting. I didn't know those existed.
Yes. So she actually went to our principal last year and asked if she could do this 50% of her time.
Oh, wow.
Which nobody does that.
Right. So do you do any of that? Or
I have full access to it, and I can, but she does it.
Okay.
So.
Gotcha. So beyond that, y'all's responsibilities are the same, essentially?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm trying to find I'll send it to you.
Okay.
But basically, 5% of, I don't remember the breakdowns, but I know 5% is supposed to be social media.
Right.
That's it. I think 50% or 40% is supposed to be working with teachers on software training.
Okay.
That's supposed to be the majority of what we do. In reality, we do a lot of data for the school, like figuring out, AB. Someone just asked me to figure out AB honor roll for the end of the 9 weeks.
Right.
Which would take about 1 to 2 hours in using Excel spreadsheets. And so a lot of what we do is not what's on the job description.
I think that's almost every educational position.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a parent half the time.
I'm trying to find the job description for you.
Yeah.
Where they put it. I know it.
So I guess that kind of goes with number 5. I saw a lot of y'all's daily activities as far as helping teachers and students, which almost mirrors what happens here at the elementary school. A lot of grade book issues, can't log on issues.
Right. Here I found the job description. I'm going to email it to you.
Okay.
And it's not a sheet. I thought it was a sheet, but it's just typed out. So.
Okay.
I'll email that to you right now.
I appreciate it.
I'm just going to reply. Give me 1 second.
No problem.
Or do you want me to paste it into this doc?
That's fine too. Yeah.
That's probably better for you. It's long.
That's fine.
I'll put it at the bottom.
Okay.
Because it's really long.
I love Google Docs.
Okay. There. Just put it in.
So do you guys have a budget that you control at all?
Yes. We get a budget, and it's between the LSTC, ITIC, and our TST.
Right.
And usually the TST gets more of it because he buys a lot of the toners and for the printers. Oh. But we do get a small budget. Every principal is different, so it just depends on your principal and your school. And we can use the budget for anything really we want in the budget, I'm talking about we get a small budget, which is for things like I need to order a flash drive for myself, or I need to order me this, or, our team needs this. But then there's a bigger budget that we don't control. But if we want to buy like 20 smart boards, that's not our like team budget. That's more of the school budget.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
I would kill for a smart board. So
we have a lot of extras sitting around.
I heard when I was there last week. We took one out of we took one out of a classroom, and I was like, "Can we put that in mine, please?"
Yeah. And yeah.
So how are those decisions as far as decisions for resources with our stakeholders made?
Okay, so every school does it differently, and even in a school where there's a team.
Right.
So, I'm going to tell you what I have done and what I think is the right way to do it. Okay. So typically, you have a technology committee, a media and technology committee in the school, and the media specialists, the LSTCs, oversee the media committee and the technology committee. And in those meetings, we have like a meeting once a month, and we ask, what are your needs? What do you want? What do you want to help you teach? Or if we see a product that we think is cool, we might email our committee, because we might not be meeting for another month, and say, hey, what do y'all think about this? Do you think our teachers would want this? And we kind of take a vote and get the information from the stakeholders.
Okay.
That's what should happen.
Right. Hang on one second. I think there's a kid at my door.
Okay.
What, child? Relax. Whoa. Hurry up. I'm going to do something. Just grab your stuff and go. I was right. It was a child. Bye. Close the door, please. All right.
So really I don't know what you and Sherry all talked about, if y'all did this, or if she went over kind of our history. So this is my 29th year in the county.
Wow.
It's my 20th year at Berkmar.
Oh, okay. So you were there when I was there.
Were you a student here?
I was. I graduated in 2008.
Yes, I was here. I came here in 2000.
There you go. Yeah.
So I was the media specialist.
Oh.
I was a librarian.
Okay. Yeah.
I worked in the library.
I never went in there.
Yeah. So I was in the library. So that's how we always used to do it here. I left for 3 years. I went to Brookwood. When I came back, there hasn't really been a plan like that. So I'm telling you how it's normally done, and it should be done.
Okay. Yeah. We
So
have a media committee.
You get the feedback from your team, and you have a representative, one from each department is on your committee.
Okay.
So you're getting information from those people.
Gotcha. Makes sense. So have you had an opportunity to impact technology implementation throughout the school, and can you give an example?
Oh gosh, that's all we do.
Right. All the time.
So technology implementation, any kind of new software that you're seeing, we're doing the implementation, whether it's synergy assessments, whether it's smart board training, any kind of training in the building that you see at your school or my school, we're getting trained first, and then we implement it. So I don't know if y'all are using Microsoft, not Teams, but Microsoft Channels yet at your school. Okay, so I just went to a training. Well, Sherry, we got trained a year ago.
Oh.
But with COVID, nobody ever really used it.
Mm-hmm.
So about 3 weeks ago, we had an LSTC meeting at the county, and you could pick and choose a different session you wanted to go to. I went to Microsoft, and within Microsoft Teams, we also have something called channels, and every school has them, but no one's really using them.
Right.
But that's going to be something that I'm about to implement with my biology teachers.
Okay.
And once they start using it, I'm going to continue to grow it out to other departments, like other mini departments. It's basically like Google, but it's Microsoft's version of Google.
Okay.
And it's a lot, I think, better and more impactful.
Oh.
Yeah.
That could be cool.
And I see the county going that direction eventually.
Oh. going away from Google.
Yeah. So we do one thing at a time. So first thing they've done is they got Outlook for email.
Right.
Then they added Teams.
Right.
Next, they're going to add these learning channels. So learning channels are like Google Classrooms.
Oh, okay. Are they more secure than Google Classrooms?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That could be
They're
cool.
more secure. Things don't go away. So if a teacher leaves, it still stays there.
Okay.
It's all tied into Word, Excel, PowerPoint, your email, like everything. It's crazy powerful.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So we talked about your committees. We talked about technology decisions. So what is the best part of your job?
To me, it's working with teachers and seeing them when they get that little light bulb, like, oh my gosh, I can do that. No way, you know.
Right.
I love when I can show a teacher something new that is going to help them immediately in their class.
I like that. Yeah. So what is the most challenging part?
To me, the most challenging part is administration understanding what we're supposed to be doing.
Right.
And time management regarding admin. So if they will come to us and ask us for something that they think might take 5 minutes, typically will take 2 to 3 hours to create, to find, manipulate, create, and give them an end product.
Yeah, I understand that. I think that's all of us at all different levels.
Yes. Not that they don't, it's just because they don't understand the technology part, you know.
Exactly.
So.
No, I totally get that.
Yeah.